All right, Jake. Try to keep your cool. Don't rant. Don't rant. It's just that I hate the Boss Nextone. How's it going, everybody? All right, let's talk about this thing, the Boss Nextone. First off, if you're a new visitor, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps me out. Anyway, let's dig in. So the Boss Nextone. Let's start things off at the beginning here. Let's go back in time. Boss releases a few years ago the Boss Katana. And for one, they look sick. For two, they sound freaking sick. You know, the cleans, the overdrives, the high gains, all the effects. It has the power amp selection, so you can select how many watts you're using. Everything about this amp is great, and they start at $219. Are you kidding me? I mean, I own one, and just to mess around with, just to practice with. That's how awesome they are. I mean, there's, tube amp vets out there that are buying these things just to have for practice. Alright, we're gonna fast forward in time. Boss releases the Katana Artist. They released this a few months ago. And it's a lot bigger, has a lot more options in it, and has a lot better speaker. And it's awesome. It sounds great, looks great, and sells for $600. For a stage-ready amp, you really can't beat that. Alright, a couple weeks ago, they released the Nextone. Like, seriously, guys, I had such high hopes for this amp, because I've been looking for an amp. I kind of want more so a unit with a speaker that sounds good quietly. So I hear about this Nextone, and I'm like spending all my time after work looking this thing up. Like, this thing is gonna be so awesome, listening to demos and all that, and I'm like, oh my god, this is perfect. It's $500, it's smack dab in the middle of both of those. It's small, and it looks really cool. It just looks like a Blues Junior, It's got the effects loop, it's got delay and reverb, and supposedly it's also a Class AB amplifier, so it takes pedals really well. So I'm really excited. A guitar shop gets one in. I go and play it. So I plug in and I'm on the clean channel. It's like, alright, I'm not the kind of person, unless you're playing through like a vintage Fender amp, to go, that's a killer clean channel, just because I don't play a ton of clean. So I'm playing, I'm like, it sounds like a clean channel. The effects, the delay and reverb's fine. I like how they have kind of the two common effects. Even though I use the effects on the Katana, I'd much rather be able to buy my own pedals and still have them react well with the amp, so I think that's kind of a cool concept, since I always use delay and reverb anyway, save room on my pedal board. Anyway, so I start to flip through, and I go to the overdrive channel, and it sounds horrid. It sounds so fizzy, so fuzzy. It sounds like you took a metal zone and just dialed back the gain. Like, that's what it sounds like. And I'm like, wow, this is really disappointing. So I'm like, well, maybe you just have to dial it in. But then something hit me. The Boss Katanas, and you could ask anybody that owns a Boss Katana, they sound awesome no matter what you do to them. No matter what setting, what effects, they just sound awesome. That's something really cool Boss did with those amps. In the Nextone, I'm just not so convinced. It kind of sounds like utter garbage. So that's just really disappointing. And then I start to flip through the different tube emulations, because you can change, the quote type of power tube it's using. And there's no difference. None. Zero difference. Like, if anything, very, very subtle. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. I mean, tubes should be a subtle change, when I kind of messed around with tubes, it's always very subtle, but you can certainly notice something. And this, it's just like, why even put this option on there? Because Black Star, a couple years ago, released the TVP, that stands for True Valve Power. I really liked those amps. The guitar community didn't. Come on, guys, they sounded great. Anyway, this isn't about the Black Star. The thing I'm trying to get by is, they had that same feature. That's what the TVP stood for. And you could cycle through all these different types of tubes. And it sounded really, really different. I thought that was really cool, because it could, especially like a young player, could help them decide when it's time to buy a tube amp, what type of tubes they like. Do they want to look for something with 6L6s, or EL34s, or EL84s? Was it perfect? No, absolutely not. But it is a hell of a lot better than the Boss Nextone. So that's just kind of the thing with this amp. I hate it. I really hate it. And there's my katana. I did not sell it to get a Nextone, which a lot of people are doing. So I'm not telling you not to buy one. If you dig it, by all means, you go and get one. Rock on. I'm saying I'm not a fan. I'm trying to bring a lot of things to attention that I think you should look at before you get rid of your katana. So that's really all I got for you today, guys. The Boss Nextone. And again, I love Boss, love the katana amps. I'm wearing a freaking Boss shirt, but I'm really disappointed in these amps. And if I'm wrong, you guys can send me one and I'll look at it and I'll review it on my channel. Just putting that out there. Anyway, guys, that's all I've really got for you today. Feel free to hit that subscribe button, throw a thumbs up on this video. If you got something to say, let's start an argument down below. But I'm gonna get out of here until the next video and go play my katana. See you later, guys.